My name is Autumn May, and in 2017, my mom passed away suddenly, and I fell into drugs. I relapsed. And shortly after that, I became homeless. And shortly after that, I met somebody that would groom me and traffic me and hold me against my will and force me to become a sex worker. I was in that kind of hell for about a year, and I didn't know what day it was. I didn't know where I was half the time. I was very drugged up, and I was terrified, ashamed. I didn't have anybody I knew around me. And one morning I was at Walmart. We were in the car, and he had a gun on his lap, and I knew it was daylight, and I knew I had a chance to get out. And I went for the door, and he started hitting me over and over and over again. And I remember somebody coming up to the hood of the car and slamming it to get his attention so he would stop hitting me. And I took the chance, and I grabbed the door and I fell out, and he took off. And because I was in such a bad place, I didn't go to the police. I ran to a friend's house, and I think I had some broken ribs. My face was smashed. I couldn't see. And for some reason, I healed up in about a month and a half, and I chose to go back to working as an escort. And I think it was because I was so broken, and I almost felt like I got my power back because I didn't have to do it for him. One night it was like 2:00 in the morning, and I was sitting on my hotel bedroom bed, and I heard Autumn, and there was nobody else in the room, and it was like in my heart. And I got this overwhelming desire to call for help. And I called a friend that I hadn't spoken to in 2 years, Gary. And he answered on the first ring and said that he had been up for the past hour praying for me. And he was there in 20 minutes to get me. I was safe, but it wasn't over. I had so much healing to do. I was still using drugs. When I finally got sober, I reached out to my Uncle Rodney, and he got me to church, and I got baptized, and God has been working ever since. I still have moments where I feel ashamed, and the past comes back. But God always reminds me that I'm chosen and holy and dearly loved, like Colossians 3:12. And I'm His. Thank God for Harbor, because Generate Hope has given me an outlet to help women that have been through what I've been through. I was afraid of being judged, and every time I think about my story or I tell it, I just feel shame because I chose to go back to something that was so horrific. Through Harbor, I got connected with Generate Hope, which is a safe house for women that have been sexually trafficked. I've made some dear friends, and in the process, I've gotten healing, and it's an amazing, amazing organization. And if you guys can help them, because it's beautiful. If you feel like you have to hide, reach out to somebody, because it's not healthy to hide. And get into the Word, pray. Jesus is there, and He loves you. He loves me. I know His hand is on my life in every single way possible. He took it all away. I'm free. I'm wonderfully made, and He loves me. Washed clean by the blood of Christ. He's my best friend. He's my confidant, my companion. I'm never alone. Never alone. He's always there. Always.